that's a lot of rigging, huh? I'm Wrecker Rick and you're watching Murphy's Diesel. I bet you wonder what all that's for. I'll tell you, we got a buried dozer in Southern California, and this thing weighs 230,000 pounds. It's been stuck for the last year. The guy has buried multiple pieces of equipment trying to get it out, and at this point he is tapped out. So he reached out to me and said, hey, I need some help. So we are getting loaded up as we speak, and we are headed to Southern California. We were down here until 4 o'clock last night, getting this winch box built right here and getting all of our rigging ready. So it's time to hit the road, folks, because it's probably gonna get western. The reason we got our rigging out here, we got everything laid out, is one, so we don't forget anything, and two, because we want to inspect everything, make sure we're good, because we got a 10-hour drive, folks, and this rigging is not readily available. If we need more rigging, we can't just go out and buy it. We got our welding gear, we got the welder set up on the twin line winch box, and our torches, because we're gonna have to do a lot of cutting, a lot of welding. We also have our rig mats. We spent last night putting together some rig mats. I had Ron from Natural Edge Custom Homes helping me out. We didn't get as many rig mats as we wanted built. Also, I built them out of railroad ties because I'm a cheap ass, and they wanted $10,000 for a set of rig mats. Stand by, folks. I'm gonna get loaded up. The reason I cut these D-rings out is because we got a D9 dozer sitting out there right now. So we're gonna weld 10 of them to the top of the blade of the D9 dozer. Between this winch box, that winch box, and the D9 dozer in between, we'll have enough anchorability to pull the 230,000 pound D11 dozer out of the sand. We're running 20 snatch blocks. We'll run 10 snatch blocks off of this winch box. We'll run 10 snatch blocks off of this winch box. We've got 1,000 foot of synthetic 5/8 line. We've got 300 foot of wire rope, and we've got 300 foot of synthetic rope. We've got our Yankum winch ring, so we could double up our smaller 7/16 line. We've got multiple chains. We've got Bailey slings. One thing I like about Bailey's synthetic winch line is it acts kind of like wire rope still. It's soft, and obviously it's lightweight and synthetic, but it still holds a little bit of memory. Get on over to Bailey's and get yourself some good old-fashioned synthetic winch line. Oh, my back! Dang this chair. Today's sponsor, FlexiSpot, reached out because they saw me sitting in this piece of crap. And they said, hey, Wrecker Rick, we got a chair for you. There's no reason why you should be battling through back pain every day. Because I sit in my chair and I edit for 8 hours after I do a recovery like this one you're watching now. This is my new C7 Max, folks. This is the Cadillac of chairs. Like when you just want to kick back and enjoy a little break, you can. Oh yeah. It's also got a 3D adjustable headrest, folks. I can put this baby anywhere I want. Adjustable arms, adjust the height of them, where you can really get in there and do some editing, you know what I mean? It also has support all the way down to my fanny. I don't even want to go outside and do a hard recovery because this chair is so comfy. FlexiSpot has a 30-day return policy for a risk-free trial. There's also a 10-year warranty on this baby for a direct replacement of damaged parts. So you could really, if you need to, use my code or click the link below for the best price, folks. So we made it to the California line, but I can't say the same for De Niro and Crowbar and Heavy T. The T880 broke down, front steer tire locked up, flat spotted it. So I got the ranch truck coming out. They're just gonna swap it out. But we're back on the road, folks. We're making good time. They're not. Sure is windier than a well digger out here. You can't tell because I don't hardly have a beard anymore, but stand by. Well, I was worried about this. This skid steer is literally too dirty to get into California. I'm not joking. The mud that's in my tracks can't go into the state of California. Now they're gonna hold me up for 2 hours and fill out paperwork, and I gotta go back to Arizona and wash my skid steer. We made it to the truck wash. We're jumping in line real quick. We're gonna get these babies washed up, then we're gonna try her again, folks. Stand by. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. We finally made it out here to the farm. We're dropping our trailer for the night, and we're gonna be back out here in about 3 hours. Well, these jack just finally showed up. Could have been sleeping 2 hours ago. Well, now we'll be back out here in about an hour. Just got here. We got a late start because I was throwing up all morning, folks. Murphy's Law. Just getting my JK boots laced up here. Best boots money can buy, folks.
Absolutely. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you, Rick?
We can try to see if we can get it started. We almost got it started, but yeah, we got it pretty much toast now.
You got 2 dozers?
No, that one will come out, but you have 2 here. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can use that one and that one.
Oh, we could use both of those?
Yeah, you can use both those. That excavator works too.
Okay. Cool.
And then
we'll probably do it tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll spend today getting set up and checking stuff. We got here at 4 o'clock this morning, and then we ran home, showered up, and then we started to come over here, and I started freaking throwing up. I don't know what's going on. Buried the dozer, buried the excavator. Boy, it is soft, folks. I'll tell you what. I don't think the camera's doing it justice, just how big this machine is. I'm every bit of 7'5". He said this is like quicksand. Every time you do anything, you try to move, it just sinks further and further down. So they just kind of stopped messing with it and called us. And the problem is this dozer doesn't run. They're working on it, trying to get it running, but they haven't had any luck. We're either gonna have to pull the final drives out of it, or we're gonna have to get this thing running. I can get the blade pulled up and chained off, and I could get the ripper pulled up and chained off, but we'll have to have the final gears out of it to get it to free roll, because we're not gonna drag 250,000 pounds out of that. We can drag 250,000 pounds if it's free rolling. So we're gonna get to work on it, folks. So stand by. All right, we made it to the entrance right here with the rigs. Finally, we're gonna get unloaded, and we're gonna start walking them in there, getting all set up for tomorrow. We'll be back out here in the morning.
Okay, cool. What time are you guys thinking?
Probably sun up.
All right.
We'll get all rigged up and set up, and I'll dig all that out around the blade in the front. And check out that view, folks. We made it back to the Airbnb tonight. We got our equipment unloaded. We will be headed back out in the morning. Stand by. We made it back out this morning, folks, and it is a beautiful day, let me tell you. I got De Niro on the skid steer. He's just cleaning stuff up so it's easier to walk. I got Heavy T. Gonna start welding D-rings on the D8 high track over there. And I'm gonna jump on the excavator. I'm gonna dig everything out because the belly of that D11 is sitting on the ground. The belly is on the mud still, so it's high centered. So we're gonna have to kind of break that free and dig everything out so we can get rigging on it. We're gonna get rigged up, we're gonna get dug out around there. We also still gotta get the dozer running. If we can't get it running, then I'm gonna have to pull the axle shafts on it. Stand by. Like there's so much water underneath this, you could feel that skid steer. When he's running across the ground, you can feel the water shaking underneath us. And that's the problem. Every time they move this thing, it goes a little bit deeper and deeper. It sinks deeper and deeper. And they've swamped all their other equipment trying to pull it out. everything you do, it just starts sinking. It's like quicksand, folks. You can see how deep this thing really is. The ground level, I mean, we're down in the pit right now, but if you look up on top right here, you can see the ground level. This thing's probably about 10 feet into the ground. The sheer size of the machine doesn't show just how deep it really is, but we're having to dig down quite a ways, and we're gonna have to build a ramp with rig mats to get it to come up out of here. If not, it'll just keep pulling into the ground because it's so soft underneath. We got her pretty much dug out around here. We're getting ready to start it. We got some new batteries put in it. Now the starter's stuck, so we're gonna give the old starter a few wraps. Like Mrs. Wrecker Rick always likes to say, when it won't start, hit it with a hammer. The starter doesn't sound like the starter stuck.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
They're rolling.
Yeah, it's rolling over.
There you go.
Oh fuck.
It's starting to roll over. I bet it was stuck a little bit.
Yeah.
Should have brought a service truck because I thought it'd be running when we got here.
Oh.
I'm gonna grab the D8 high track right there, and we're gonna go ahead and keep getting everything set up, because whether this thing starts or not, this is coming out. We're gonna finish doing our rigging and all that stuff while they work on getting it started. It's been sitting in this hole for so long and rusting, and all the battery connections, they're struggling to make a good connection to get it turned over. Stand by, folks. Now we're gonna weld the D-rings on the front of it. Heavy T is going to anyway. Get our welding rig over here. How you like that, folks? If you look at our skids here, our winch boxes, how they wedge into the ground, we're gonna basically use this as a big dead man. We got this blade in the ground right here. Put them at the top, so when we're pulling, it pulls down. The harder it pulls, the deeper the blade will go, giving the D11 no choice but to come out of the hole. So we think it's hydrolocked. We think one of the cylinders is full of diesel. It's got bad injectors. Might start pulling valve cover off, check the injectors, check a cylinder out while he's pulling the axle shafts.
You smell the fuel in it.
Is there water in the oil? Anybody pull a dipstick in there? Scared to go in there? Another piece to the puzzle, folks. This used to be a duck pond. We just found that out. And all the sand washed in here and filled the duck pond up. So underneath the sand is all silt. This has to come out right here, folks. Axle shaft has to come out, then it'll be free sprint. Then we'll drag it out of here. It moved, huh?
biggest shaft I've ever seen.
Second biggest I've ever seen. We got everything lifted up. We got the blade lifted up. We're lifting up the ripper right now. Now we're just cleaning the front out so we can hook our rigging to the actual frame of the machine rather than the mow board. Because we don't want to pull on the mow board because it'll pull down here on the center of the machine, causing the front to go down. We want to pull on the front of the machine, raising it up. We're getting snatch blocks hung right now, folks, and then we're going to be threading them with synthetic. Heavy T is finishing welding on the last 2 D-rings, and then we'll be pulling, so stand by. It's probably going to get western. Good snag. Did I mention all this rigging is Bailey's? Thanks, Thad. You really came through for us this time. Go to Thad for all your heavy rigging needs. Thad at Bailey's. And give him the Murphy's Diesel code. Murphy's Diesel. Just call Thad. Ask for Thad. Say, hey, Murphy's Diesel sent me. In my mind, it didn't look this crazy. Might be a little overkill. Is there such thing? Might be a little underkill. Didn't really think this part through, did we? We had to run a winch box over here and one down there, or we're going to have to weld another D-ring on. Or we could run 2 snatches off the center down there. Would work. Kind of thinking about welding another D-ring right here. I don't want to overload this cutting edge. Hey, I need a grinder. Welder. And I need 1 more D-ring. Welding my braille or what?
Oh my gosh.
Throw that one too.
Okay, so snatch block is going to go in there. We may need a bigger shaft right there. Probably. Put that snatch block on this blue rope right here. Lock my Warrior winches in, folks, my 12,000 pound electric Warrior winches. They're fixing to pull up this 250,000 pound dozer because it's probably got at least 20,000 pounds of mud on it. We're gonna have to do this in the morning if we don't get going in the next 5 minutes. Where's my remotes, Cody? Let's do this right here and then we'll adjust from there. If you have all these people get on the other side of that berm over there. We moved it 6 inches. We didn't get it. We got 1 pull in before it's getting late. These guys are tired. I'm not. I'm ready to go. We smoked the cable on Freebird. We're gonna go home, get a little rest, grab some dinner, and then we'll be back out here tomorrow so we can spend the full day yanking on it. Stand by, folks, because this thing's coming out of here tomorrow, or possibly Monday. We made it back out here today, folks. We tried pulling this out with 20 snatch blocks yesterday, but today we've got 21 snatch blocks, so I think we've got it. We fixed our cable on Freebird. We dug out the tracks. We got them kind of freed up, banged on them a little bit this morning. We're gonna back this dozer up right here. We're gonna get everything set up again, so stand by while we drag this D11 out, or stand by while it falls into this hole over here that got dug out too much. Either way, it should be some quality action. Free spool my Warrior winches. Hey, Simple Jack, back up.
Got a good brain.
All my D-rings that I made, the chain won't fit through them. And we didn't bring any hard shackles, we brought all soft shackles. And at this point, we're kind of running out of equipment, just rigging up a chain so winch box doesn't pull off the front of the skid steer. Cut that hook off, Tay. Cut a link, the link in between the hook and the chain. I think we got the ticket. All right, we're ready to winch again. We got skid steer, and huge skid steer. Basically, this dozer is working like a winch box. We got all of our rigging on the top of it. We got 2 skid steers on the side. Now we're gonna start pulling. And then the D8 dozer in the back, gonna give it a little shove if we need it. We'll also hop on this 330 excavator if we need to. Stand by, folks. I'm gonna jump on this machine and give it a little pull. It's inching along. We're really putting a lot of pressure on it. You can hear the snatch block screaming. Bring me, man, I can't believe we left without any shackles. I'm gonna move the D8 dozer to the front because it keeps pushing the D11 into the ground. We've taken everything off the back end, we put it on the front because the dozer in the back was pushing on the ripper and making it want to come down the front. So we got it switched. We got a cable on right there. We got the excavator on that side on a chain. And now we're gonna pull on just the front. We need the front to come up, it's just digging down. So stand by, folks. I'm gonna be on the dozer, Heavy T's running winch box, De Niro's running the other winch box. We're running out of rigging. I only have 1/2 inch chain left and we keep breaking it. I thought what we had was gonna get the job done and we ran up and forgot all our shackles. This was our last shackle. Started coming?
Yeah, it started to.
It was?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say something? You guys are pretty full attention. Here, hold on. There you go. Yeah, look at.
Yeah, it moved.
All right, 9th pull. The winch boxes are needing a little help. They used to call me Winch Box Rick. She's creeping, folks. She's creeping out. We are about 12 feet out of the hole now. We're doing it. We're making history as we speak. Pretty impressive pulling that old D11 Dozer with 2 12,000-pound Warrior winches. It's crazy, the amount of water under the ground, it's like an earthquake. It's just shaking. You can just feel it shaking as we're pulling it out. We're calling it a night, folks. We're coming back in the morning and we're gonna pull this thing the rest of the way out. We broke the suction today. We got it about 14 feet out of the ditch today, but we got to reset all of our rigging and we'll be back in the morning to get it out to the farmer's field. So stand by, folks. Last day, folks. We got here this morning and the fog has set in. It's really foggy out. It's really wet. A lot of moisture on everything. We're getting all the equipment fired up. We can't get this 330 started. Doesn't want to start, but got everything else running. We're gonna back this dozer up so we can get another pull. We got so many snatch blocks on it. When we pull about 50 foot, it only pulls the D11 dozer about 12 inches. So we have to keep moving our rigging constantly. I got 1,000 foot in between those snatch blocks. But stand by, because this baby's coming out. I mean, we've got it up on hard ground. We got the front out. The front was sitting about right here. Come a long ways. We just gotta get the back out now. Because I put this rig mat right here to stand on to work on the front yesterday. So the front was right here. Back of the tracks was right there. She's coming, folks. Getting ready to pull, repositioning the excavator, and we're going to give her a shot. Starting another pull, folks. Stand by. Resetting one more time, folks. Just about got it. Out of the water. We're pulling it by ourselves now with the winch boxes. Looking good. I'm actually paying to be out here, folks, and because I gotta pay all these guys, and then now I'm just smoking rigging left and right. So be sure and head on over to Bailey's and get yourself some rigging. Go to murphysdieselstore.com, get yourself some merch. You know, help us out. Just about ready to start pulling. We're gonna replace a couple shackles here. These are so sharp is the problem. Yeah, we've made a huge mistake not bringing any shackles. Tell you what, folks, I have never repositioned a skid steer so many times in my life. And every time we do a 50-foot pull, we move about 6 inches. There's so many snatch blocks. But all that matters is it's coming out. Not taking it? No. So we're shooting a little grease in these snatch blocks. They're making a lot of noise, so, and they're getting hot. Getting our rope nice and broke in. So I'm gonna back this D9 up a little bit, see if we can make this progress a little faster. Stand by, folks. We did it, folks. We got it out. We used our winch boxes to get it out of the mud, and then we just backed this D9 up. We came, we saw, we recovered. Now we got to get it out to the farm field, so stand by. Check the water coming out of this sunbuck. Dang, it feels good to get this sunbuck out. In case y'all didn't realize how big this thing is, when I first got here, I was resting my elbow on it, and I'm 7'6". Now we're gonna get all of our rigging off of it, wrap it up, and then we're gonna back this D9 up to it, and we're gonna drag it out to the farm field. He's gonna push it with an 8. Stand by, folks.
Can't believe we got it.
You can't believe it?
No.
You doubted it? You were scared?
I wasn't optimistic.
He never even flinched
Yeah.
the whole time. It was like from day one. Second he called me,
You didn't see the night I pulled in here at 4 o'clock in the morning, though.
he unloaded it. Oh, when you went and looked at
When
it?
we pulled in here at 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, when we unloaded, we drove over here.
Oh, good.
And we looked at it, and we were all like, we're getting out of here.
Thank you. Appreciate
bet.
it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you feel a lot better, huh?
Oh, I could sleep now.
So we had 2 skid steers, 2 winch boxes, and I figured the winch boxes are pulling close to 34,000 pounds per because they're snatch block back, and we're on our first layer of wire rope. Times 20 is 680,000. A 10% reduction with friction loss on the snatch blocks, 68,000. So let's say we had 550,000 pounds of pull on that. It took 550,000 pounds of pull to get it out of the suction of that mud. Then we had a 330, 2 330s. I have no idea what they pull. And then we had a D8 on the back. This thing took close to 1 million pounds of force to get it out of the mud hole. Guessing, I have no load cells out here, but just doing a little bit of math, this thing had 600,000 pounds plus pulling it out of the hole. That's a hell of a recovery, folks, even for me. Not real proud of that rigging, but hopefully it'll hold. I'd just like to add that the things I do might not be the proper way. I've never said do things this way. In fact, you shouldn't do anything that I do. But anyway, we're gonna do it. Stand by, folks. We're lifting up the blade right now so we can get our chain off. They used to call me old Cat Skinner Rick. Now we gotta cut all of our D-rings off, wrap our equipment up, and we are eastbound. Stay classy, folks.